Hi, I'm with my mommy, and today we're going to make queijo fresco, which is fresh cheese. It's a Portuguese kind of cheese, so she's going to teach me how to make it. Stay tuned. Alright, the first thing we need to do to make this cheese is get 2 gallons of milk. Or 1, depends how much you want to make. Now, today we're using 2 gallons, and how many cheeses do you think that's going to make?
Well, depends.
Well, for the ones, I know. Yeah, for the ones.
You're going to make... Cinco.
For the size forms that my mom has, it's going to make about 5 cheese.
Yeah.
So the first thing you need to do is warm the milk. So she's got 1 gallon in one pot, and the other gallon's going into a different pot. You can do this with non-fat milk, low-fat milk, or whole milk. And today we're doing it with whole milk because that's how my daddy likes it. He likes it fatty.
Yeah.
So we're looking at, let's see, obviously 1 cup of milk is 140 calories. No, I'm sorry, 160 calories and 8 protein, 13 carb. So we're going to use, and each gallon has 16 servings, and we're using 32 servings to make 5 cheeses. So do the math. I can't do the math right now. All right, so we're going to warm up the milk, and she's laying out her cheesecloths. We also have a strainer that she's going to be using. And then these are the forms, cheese forms. This one actually, my dad made this when he used to be a machinist. So it's just a circular form. This one's made out of metal. And then we have the little air, what do you call these? Like holes to aerate the cheese. And then we had a family friend just make these for my mom as well. And these, I think, are made out of plastic. So this one will be a little larger. The other one's a little smaller, but we're hoping to make all 5 of these today. All right, so cutting the cheesecloth so that way you have enough for all 5 forms.
For the small ones, you just need 2. The other one is for to the big one.
What did you say? For the smaller ones, you need 2 cheesecloths. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the larger form, you need how many?
Just 1. I have one over
just
here
1.
ready. There.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Why 2 for the smaller ones?
Everything ready for the...
Why do you need 2 for the smaller ones?
Because I put this... what I put... oh, this. I'm going to...
put them on a cutting board?
Do the cheese and the top of the...
Cutting board?
Yeah.
So they have a platform.
All for the same time? Just put the cheese.
Oh, okay, so you only need
you're going to do the cheese. You can do all the same time, like this. You know what I mean?
Okay, we'll see that later. Okay.
I can cut 2 more. That's fine. Okay.
All right.
And this for the big one.
Okay. Okay, so this is an important ingredient. It's called a rennet.
Yeah.
Rennet? I don't know. Powder rennet, normal. Calho, how do you say it?
Coalho.
Oh, shoot. Okay, say it.
Coalho para queijo.
Okay, so this we picked up at the Portuguese bakery. And basically, you put a teaspoon of this into a very small amount of water to dilute it. And then you add it into 1 gallon of the milk. So when we talk teaspoon, we're talking, not a full teaspoon, like a leveled out teaspoon. So we'll be adding this to the milk when it gets warm.
Yeah.
Okay. So stay. Okay. We're diluting the powder rennet. She's worried that she doesn't have enough.
No. No.
I think you're fine.
Yes.
Don't tell Dad. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's plenty. Don't worry about it. Okay. Dilute it in the water.
Is the cheese gonna be that big as big as the milk?
No, we have forms we're going to put it in.
What kind of form?
See those circles over there, honey?
Cool. We're the cheese factory.
That's right. Cheese, not cheesecake though.
Yeah.
Queijo fresco factory.
So you put
Fresh
inside.
cheese.
Fresh cheese.
You pour it in there.
Homemade.
I guess I would compare
And
this
then,
powder into like
no.
a yeast.
And then you have to stir very well.
Stir very well.
This is very popular where I come from. I used to have that door and door. Morning.
Sandra, you have to put that vanilla aqui in cima. Please.
All right. We're stirring both pots. So, like my mom said, you got to stir it actually very, very well for at least a minute to make sure that the powder has made its through all of the milk. Marina, what do you think about Vaba's cheese factory?
Awesome.
Awesome. What did you say to me today when I told you we were going to make cheese?
But Baba does not have a cow.
You thought you needed the cow, huh, to make the cheese? Well, we cut the middleman out. We got the milk from the store.
Ready?
Tell me about some stories about queijo fresco back home in the Azores in Santa Maria growing up. Who used to make it around you?
Well, the only thing, I love queijo fresco. I love queijo fresco. It happened, my mother always, I want to eat a cheese with no bread, eat one a time and too much. And my mother says conduta. Conduta means you keep the cheese with bread.
Eat more bread
Save more bread and cheese. You eat more cheese than bread, is now right?
And yeah, you got to keep a balance.
Yeah. When I come to my brothers-in-law in Taunton, Massachusetts, I saw in a Portuguese store the queijo fresco for sale, exactly the ones I eat in Portugal.
Nice.
I talked to the man, and he says, the lady who makes this cheese for us is from Santa Maria. And I says, I'm from Santa Maria too. And he says, Wednesday morning, around 9 o'clock,
She'll be
she
there.
got to be here with her daughter to leave the cheese. Yeah, but I'm over there. As the same lady sell the cheese to my mother 20 years ago in Israel.
Oh, wow. And she's selling them in Taunton, Massachusetts. That's awesome. Wow.
And I buy it, and I sit in Fatima's kitchen.
And does it taste
and
just
I
the
eat,
same?
And I says, Mommy, nobody tell me conduta no more.
Right. Now you're an adult. You could just eat the cheese.
Yeah, I pay with my money.
Nice. Do what you want. Eat the whole damn cheese.
Yeah,
Who cares
no.
about the bread?
Yeah,
Did it
yeah.
taste the same?
Yeah, the same. She says, well, I sell him a lot of cheese to your mother. When you were a kid.
Nice.
He's an old lady now, and this daughter helped her.
What about your wife? Does she do a good job making this cheese?
Well, I think so, and I think what's really make. But in my family too,
Uh-huh.
my grandmother, he has cows. Has
Cows.
Milk,
Uh-huh.
and he sell the milk. But sometimes when he has extra milk,
Right.
like a cow has a baby, it's more milk.
Right.
She not threw the milk away.
Uh-huh.
She make cheese.
She'd make a cheese out of it.
make.
Oh, yummy.
And she
Straight
cute.
from the cow.
Yeah, from the cow. Not yet. And she's cured the cheese because so many cheese. Cheese got a kind of yellow and dark. And I remember she put down and wipe her up every morning with water and salt. And put a little bit, not everyone. Some people like some not. Olive oil.
Ooh, yum.
And put in a
Okay, we got cut off there. I'm sorry, can you tell me how long was the process when your grandmother made that cheese?
no, I don't remember, but they take a little while. Depend. Many days she put
In the
sun.
Oh, it depends how much
Yeah,
sun
because
time.
inside the window with the water. Sometimes she put outside. Hook up like this.
Right.
With the cover and the pen. Another thing too, in the bars.
Uh-huh. Is that like a queijo fresco or was that like a queijo San George? Was it more like
Queijo
a...
fresco, cheese like queijo San Jorge.
Oh, you treated it just the same.
Yeah, it only gives time to curar.
To cure. It's more aged.
Yeah.
Instead of fresco, it's aged.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
fresh
okay.
because you make them now.
Right, okay.
But over there too, in the bars, taverns, we go over there after work and play cards and stuff like that, and you drink beer and wine. And the queijo fresco is free, a small piece. For each glass of wine you
Nice.
drink, a small piece with very hot pepper in the top.
Like a malagueta.
Malagueta hot. Well, when you eat the malagueta, you ask for more money. That means the bar keeps the free, but sell them a lot more wine.
Right.
You only give the cheese with the mulligan to make the people.
A little bit more, thirsty, and you need a little bit more cheese to balance it. That's smart. That's why Orivald, my brother-in-law, he likes his queijo fraiche with malagueta. Yeah, that's funny. So I kind of want to show you after it has been.
No, don't touch this one. No more.
But I want to show. I want to show the consistency. So it's kind of like curdled. You can kind of see. I don't want to mess with it too much. My mom's freaking out. But you can see the consistency that it kind of almost curdled a little bit. And so we're waiting this one to settle out. Okay, so you actually, after you stir
this is separate
for a good minute or so, you actually have to let it sit for 30 minutes. And then after 30 minutes, what my mom does is she makes like a X mark.
It's like separate.
And what it does is help separate the cheese
and this
and the liquid.
Yeah.
So
just stay there for a.
So after 30 minutes, you make the X on the cheese, and then how long do you wait again?
10 minutes or something.
About 10 minutes or so.
Ready to do it.
This is why I have to film my mom, because it's always like, I don't know, like 10 minutes, I don't know. All right. This one is a lot more smoother.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right. So there you go. So she put an X on that one too. All right, so we'll be back in about 10 minutes. So we do have our setup, so when we're ready to put it together, I just want to show you quickly before we actually do it. So what my mom has here is the form on top of a platform, and she's just using like a Tupperware. And so you're basically going to pour the cheese mixture in here, and it until it's flowing over, but you don't want it to overflow. So she uses the cheesecloth to just prevent it from flowing over and make sure that it stays in the form. And as soon as it's filled, you're going to cover it and get it nice and tight around the form. And the mixture will continue to condense. So as it condenses and you see that you have more space to add more cheese, you continue to add. And watch it again, press and just let it condense, and you continue to add. So it's a process here to get it where it fills the form. So I just wanted to show you that, and then you'll see it in action in a little bit. Okay, so we're ready to put it in the first form, and one thing to note is that she is using a slotted spoon. So go for it, Mom. Very yum. So all that liquid will come out. See how it's steaming out from the bottom. Yeah. So she's just saying that she thinks she put a little bit more of that powder rennet into this one, and that's why it curdled more than the other one. But that's okay. She just says it just means that it probably will produce the cheese faster. Alright, so you press it down nice and tight, make it nice and firm, get all that liquid out. And how long would you say that you watch it and add more? Like every 5 minutes you keep an eye on it?
Yeah, it's just press it for a while until the juice comes out. So, like you said, to have more space, and then you add more.
And do you keep the cloth?
Where did I put the salt?
Well, the salt is over here.
Over here. Okay.
And one thing to note, you do use sea salt.
When you do the salt in
each layer.
Each layer, yeah.
So you can go ahead and add salt now.
I use sea salt.
And then that way when you do the next layer, you can add more salt. Cool.
Marina não tá vendo?
It's okay.
So you
and you wring it out. So every so often she's saying to get the cloth and wring it out so that you can keep it dry. So there's a little bit more space, so she's going to go ahead and add a little bit more of the cheese mixture here. Whoop, coming over the sides. All right. So this form is larger than the other 4 that we have. So this will be the bigger cheese. All right, everybody, so you can kind of get an idea that you continue to do this. And how many times do you think you fill it, Mom?
Well, until this done.
That all of it in one form?
Yeah, I'm gonna do this.
You think that whole pot is going to go in that one form?
Yeah, I think so.
And the other pot is going to fill these? Maybe or maybe not.
Because this is small. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But if it is too much here, I can put the rest over there. This doesn't matter.
Okay, so a good amount, a fair amount will go into this one cheese.
See?
That's amazing. And then you put more salt, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to add more salt for each layer.
But don't put too much because you better, you know,
You gotta
when
watch
they're
it.
done, if you like more salt, you can.
You could
put more
always
salt
add
when you,
more salt.
eat.
That's true. Yeah. So don't go overboard with the salt. Thank you. All right. So we're working on the other 3 forms. We've got there are 4 forms. We have 3 of them filled right now. So let's get this last one filled up. And that one's looking really good over there. Are you excited, Mom?
Yes. It's fun to make it.
It's fun. Yeah, we were saying that it's
fun.
relaxing. It's kind of just like one of those methodical experience, you know? You just kind of do it, those, like when you prepare your mise en place when you're cooking. It's kind of like that. It's just relaxing. And then she's got a beautiful view of her neighborhood, her kitchen window, so. Relaxing. Hey, Tony. You gonna help Grandma make cheese?
Ooh,
Are you gonna eat the cheese? Tony, do you like queijo fresco? Tony, do you like queijo fresco?
No.
No! Oh, we have a problem. The girls are gonna help Bubba make cheese.
What do you do, Alexa?
Lexi, don't touch. Lexi's already trying to eat it. Don't touch it like that, okay?
I just tasted it.
No, you can't cheat.
It's not cheating.
It's totally cheating. Okay, look at Bubba. Bubba is with Marina over here, filling up those forms. What do you think about all this, Marina? Is it cool?
Uh-huh. Can I have something really quick? Mama, can I have a little spoon?
No, you're not going to
just
eat
press
anymore, bud.
with your hands, just very slow, okay?
trying to do
Gentle,
Just keep it covered.
just like this.
Now I have to do like
Okay,
this.
Alexa, can I go over there
It's
because I have
warm.
to put more, honey?
The cheese is warm. Okay, wait, can I
Because we
help
warmed
you
up
put
milk.
Honey, but we'll have to put more over here.
some? Okay.
Okay, so now we're nice and firm. You can see that it's pretty firm, but we're keeping it covered. No, it's okay. We're going to keep it covered and have it sit here for at least another hour. You can take the cheese out of the forms if it's firm enough and then fold the cloth up into like a 1-inch strip and wrap it around if you want, just to give it some support.
Yeah.
But you could keep it in that form. It's not a problem. So we're going to keep it nice and covered for about an hour. And technically after that you can go ahead and eat it, but my mom recommends it sitting longer, so we'll probably eat it later in the evening when it's settled in a little bit. This one looks really good. Touch the top, Mom, to show how firm it is.
Yeah, this one is
Yeah,
firm.
it's really firm. Yummy.